Okay, so I got tired of being such a jerk and leeching off others. Time to clean up and look online for a job. And there's plenty of skills I do have. So it's time to polish off what you got and brush out that fur. And I might not be an RN or a union worker, but I do have training, and don't think that I'm all Fruit Loops, but I'm at least proficient enough to be field triage, a candy striper. Um, so I'll take this off because the healthcare changes in Ontario really that that was overshadowing those workers. Definitely are very important and deserve their jobs, but we missed some definite cancer laws there. I went to that rally and heard the people speaking, and there was not anyone talking about cancer. Even CHCH had interviewed me, and uh, in my first take, I had plugged my YouTube channel, and second take, they only took the part where I was talking about difficulties in finding family doctors. So let's take this off for now, and we'll get back to healthcare in other videos. You may be asking by now, what is this? What the heck is this boy ranting about now? But I'm a storyteller. That's what I do. And, I've learned that it's not always the majority that gets listened to by those decision makers at the top. It's often whoever has the biggest hair, no, the, the biggest hat in the room, or swings the biggest stick. So try to keep in mind this isn't poison in my blade, and I'm trying to clean things up. So bear in mind, I'm only here to cut out the infection and apply some medicine. So as Satire's Day comes to an end, remember we sheared all. We sheared all. Try to get in there and do our part. So let's get that cleaning medicine out and quickly and dexterously clean out the root of the problem and clear away those dirty things. And by dirty things, I mean clearing out that infection and not killing the host. Because some things are viral in bad ways. So whether you see things one way or a completely different way, depending on if you're above or below this unprotected border, because neighbors helping neighbors is handy. And make sure you stay inside. Don't do too much jogging. And show off your skills. Feels like a checkup. And get what you've got for your skills and your job, all your portfolio, put that online. So when the chips are down, know where to place your bets. And I dropped my magnet. I've got my magnet and my clip back. But just remember, we were the aliens first. Unless you're from an American tribe. Okay, this guy's had too much to drink, so I'm going to give him his last one. Keep dropping the pin. So hang in there, everyone, especially if you're about ready to fold on that. And BTW, our monkeys look like Arctic monkeys, just in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Perth County Boy up in the north. And if any of this offended you and you're totally against various faiths and religions, there are atheist groups out there that'll totally talk to you about that. And I know a few. So stay tuned for some of my other channel and group promotions. I'll try not to steer anybody too far off down these rabbit holes. And BTW, this is since Satire's Day is getting furry and funny online. Careful which rabbit holes you're going in. P.S. If you're looking for a different flavor of nerd show, check out RatGTV on YouTube. They're into the sports, wrestling, cars, all of, even DC, Star Wars, giver. And if you're into that hippie groove vibe and you want something that's not so low budget and undergroundish, check out Awaken with JP. That's funny stuff, and it's well put together and very well organized. I'm gonna share some of this stuff onto the nerd groups here, who, by the way, check out some of this funny stuff, because even in our crises we need to make sure not to get too anxious and not to joke or make light of health concerns, but just to lighten people up while they're social distancing. We got a post that's dedicated to specific topics. Keep that in mind for all you content creators, especially group moderators and administrators. Mark your posts so people know what's going on and what your intent is. This one was for just to blow off some steam, and we've got find your favorite memes to help with awareness of the social isolation and online interaction. One that really, if you want a good distraction, check out dihydrogen monoxide. I was trying to find some fracking products to show off, showcase in the video, but this is all I could find. Repurpose your products. These things I'm going to tear apart because their flints work in these. Believe it. And the other parts you can bust down. These metal clippy things, if you're into jewelry and costuming and even arts and crafts of any sort, little metal bits, you can reshape those. And another funny one, if dihydrogen monoxide is too above your attention span for it's a deep topic. There's a lot on it and a lot going on. It's a very important chemical in our environment. Dihydrogen monoxide. And as for something funny, One was just just a pick meme with words, you know, that can be fine. Heard that children born 9 months from now. This is April 2020, so 9 months from now, children born will be known as children of the Quarn. 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 And I can't stop laughing. More later. I hope some of this made you laugh, and I hope some of this made you want to go, what? I gotta look that up. Because look some stuff up and, check all the sources. Don't just rely on one. Now, I know I'm a Mad Hatter, but I'm just one. And speaking of one, if you want to get in touch with your inner self, check out some of those spiritual groups online. A lot of them are always talking really deep, philosophical, theological debate, and they've got groups that are moderated globally that appeal to each individual faith, and these are, you can call them cults if you want, and if you're that way about any religion, there are also groups for those. If you want to know more about those groups, check out Natty Features Everything. Just ask Natty, and she's on YouTube, and pretty sure Twitter still, and whatever other platforms she's getting into. So check that out, south of the Canadian border, on atheism, and she's another amateur content creator like this channel, been doing it much longer, and she's been amused to me, but I've had to do my own thing, and check that out. Natty Features Everything on YouTube. So I know someone once said, all we need is love. A bunch of people have said that. But we also need power, because someone killed that dude. So, put that down. I'm going to tuck this away. And I know I need help with my appearance, because I don't know what's prideful and what just looks scary and dangerous. So, back to business. And on top of job searching online, which this kind of is, because this is showing a portfolio of some of my skills. I'm also going to be doing crafting online. I've totally refurbished this thing. I've got to do a lot more work to it still. But these are lots of fun and games here for people that are trying to shut this off more often, but still want to be social. However, this can only be done with those that you're in isolation with. So until then, stay on there. Make your profiles as unique as you want, but stay yourself, because you are important as a person.